Hello guys, welcome back to the One Auto channel. My name's Rob. The guys at Topdon kindly sent me out their battery tester. This is a BT100 and this battery tester is the lowest price battery tester that they do. It's currently going on Amazon for $46.99. Check the link out in the description below. Check it out in my Amazon shop as well. The reason I agreed to check this out basically was for the price point, what with Christmas coming up, what with people's birthdays all the time coming up, and for what this thing does. And when you're dealing with a battery such as one of these over here, when they're 100, 150 pounds and upwards, and you're not too sure whether you're making the right call or not, if it needing a new one, it's worth spending 47 quid on one of these. So let's check it out. Okay, inside the packaging we have our battery tester. We have about 3 foot of leads. We have some really strong clamps with some decent teeth on there as well. This battery tester, as you see, fits in the palm of my hand. You can keep this in your glove box, in your car if you want to, or tuck it away in your toolbox. Connected up, positive to the red lead to the positive, the black to the negative, and when it fires up, we've got Topdon battery tester. At the minute we're sitting at 12.58 volts. So we just want to test the battery for the time being. You can do battery test, cranking test, charging test. We can review the data and you can select different languages as well. So we want the battery test, so we press enter. This one here, this is on my 2018 Kia Ceed 1.4 turbo. This is a Varta stop-start battery. It's an AGM and we will need to select that it's 608 amps. So it's going to be an AGM flat plate. We press enter and it's EN. You can scroll through and get the different types there. So we press enter. And 608 amps. It goes up in 5, so we're perhaps not going to get that exactly, so we can choose 605 or 610. So let's go for the 610. We press enter. It's testing, takes just a few seconds and then it will come up with the results, and there we go. We've got a healthy 100% battery, we've got 96% charge, and we've got an internal resistance of 3.46 mega ohms. And it's 655 cold cranking amps, and it's rated as a 610. But overall, we've got a green light. We've got a good battery. So what I'll do now, I'll check the other features of this battery tester. So we'll go on to cranking test, and then we'll do the charging test. Right, cranking test. Start the engine. We shall do that. So it comes up on the screen that an RPM has been detected. So now it's going to test it. And there we go. So we have a time of 1,530 milliseconds to start this up. The cranking time is normal, and it dropped to 11.29 volts during the cranking. So we are all good to go there. We should come out of that, and while the engine is running, we'll do our charging test. So we'll press enter there. Now it's just checking the ripple. You can see the little wavy lines there. Now it's load testing it. So we've got to increase the RPM to 2,500 RPM and keep it for 5 seconds and press enter to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rightio, that's that done. Let's get your focus back in there. So we have got to press enter. Testing. And a charging test, it's saying 13 volts. That's unloaded 1322, the Ripper 10. Now this is saying charging low, but obviously this is a smart charge system. So it's not low, there's no issues with this vehicle at all, although you've got to be careful. So what I should do, I'll put some load on it now and we'll see what the results are there. So we'll come out, I'll turn the headlights on. Right, let's see what it does now. So I've turned the headlights on, I've turned the aircon and also the heated rear window. So let's see on a charging test what it's saying now when it's under load. So theoretically we should be getting there the ECU telling the alternator, you know, to charge. So charging test again, enter. Still charging 1301 there. In fact, my headlights are not on. Turn them on properly. Raise it to 2,500 for 5 seconds. Do you know what? Turn the headlights on properly. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Now it says to press enter. Running its tests again. So now charging is normal. Obviously I put some load onto the alternator there. So the loaded test is 12.85, unloaded 14.23, a rip of 20 millivolts. So charging is normal. Right, let's connect this Topdon BT100 battery tester up. I've got the positive on there already. Let's fire this bad boy up. So it comes up with Topdon battery tester. So let's hit enter. So we want to do the battery test on this one. Don't know if that's coming out on there. There we go, battery test. Press enter. This is a regular flooded type. Now this is a brand new battery. I've just popped on this Corsa. So we'll just check it out. So you can choose EN, IEC, GB, EN, Jizz. Oh, bit of Jizz, love a bit of Jizz. DIN, CCA, CA, BCI, and you can scroll through them all. So this one is down the side. I don't know if we can see it down there, but this is an it's an EN 330 cranking amp. So we select EN there. We press enter. 330 is already, I've done it on. You can obviously scale up and down using the buttons. So we set it at 330. I'm not expecting this one to be bad because it is brand new. Hit enter. There's testing, and it will give us the results here. So we obviously healthy, 100%, which we were expecting. We've got cold cranking amps of 365, which is pretty good for a 330 amp battery. Charge is 98%, currently at 12.87. I have just had this car running anyway, and obviously a good battery. And then you've got some lights here, good charge, and a bad battery. So this one is spot on. Right, over to this battery. This is the battery I took off of the Corsa, which came out of a scrapyard, so I'm not expecting it to be any good. It wasn't starting the car at all. In fact, we got a reading there of 10.89. So this battery, 12 volts, 52 amp hour, and this is an EN as well, 520. So let's select that here on the old Topdon BT100. We'll press enter. We'll do a battery test. Enter. And this one again is a regular flooded plate, and we've got EN, yes, and we've got to set this 520, so we'll just press and hold that up button there until it scrolls around. 515, 520, enter, and it should do the test for us. So this is probably going to be a bad one. There you go, we've got a red light for a bad battery, bad cell it says, and there we've just got 30 cranking amps, which for a 1220 amp battery is pretty shite. 10.64 volts and no % on the health and no % on the charge, and a bad cell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to charge this battery up just to see if we can recover it any, and we'll do another test on it. Right, back to this battery that's been charging about 3/4 of an hour, the old one off of the Corsa. We'll whip that off. It's been pumping in 15.1 volts. We'll see what the tester says now. Obviously we probably should leave it standing just a little while, but I just want to check it out. So battery test, there we go, regular flooded, and this was the EN, and it is a 520 amp battery. Enter, let it do its test. And what do we got? Oh, red light. Replace. It's saying its health of it is 40%. The charge is 98%, 12.79 volts, but we have just had that on charge there, and we've got a high internal resistance. It's saying replace. We've got a red light, so it was a good call on the Corsa battery. There we go then, guys. Quite a handy little tester, the Topdon BT100. I'm going to put this into my glove box because you never know when you need to test somebody else's battery when you're out and about. And for the price point, good value for money. Links will be in the description below to where you can pick yourself up one from the Amazon store. I'll chuck it in my Amazon shop as well. And yeah, I hope the review was of use to somebody. If it was, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so and click that bell notification for when I upload videos next. And don't forget, you can connect to me on Twitter and on the Instagrammage. Cheers, guys.